Good morning, room 106. As you can tell, I'm not in my house. I'm in the classroom today. We are back here. Teachers are back here all week trying to get stuff set up and ready to go for our September 8th start date. So you will see me in all my videos in the classroom. Happy to be back. So let's get started with our calendar and weather. So more to say. I'm telling you something. It is about days and times. So today, turn the page, is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Turn the page. We want months. And it is August 18th. So it is Tuesday, August 18th. Let's talk a little bit about our weather. So our weather today, it is sunny outside right now. And according to the watch, it is currently only 56 degrees. Doesn't feel like 56, but I'll give them 56. It says it's supposed to get to 75 degrees today, so it'll be warmer. It'll warm up today. And there's our calendar and weather. So on our agenda today, we are gonna have our speech lesson with Miss Marnie and Miss Ellen. Our theme this week is Michigan Summers. So everything Michigan themed this week, and I'm super excited because I love Michigan. I own a lot of made in Detroit things, and I love supporting local Michigan businesses. That is one of my favorite things to do. So I tend to go to Detroit a lot and just find the local businesses that I can support. So I'm excited, all things Michigan. So speech lesson, and then I found a cool story on Unique Learning System about Michigan. It's not really a story, it's kind of more of like a fact sheet, but some super interesting facts. And then I found a video to go along with that. And then we will have this story time video. So there are 3 posts today. But before I get into reading Wonder, I promised you guys a little house tour. So, yeah, hope you enjoy the house tour right now. So as requested, we are going to do a tour of my new house. So, welcome to 911, and let's have a tour. So there's the famous Jeep that you guys have already met in prior videos. And now we're gonna walk on up to the front door. And there's the husband. And this is the living room. He is currently watching hockey since it is back on, and he is a very happy camper. Going over this way, we got the pantry, which leads into the kitchen. So we got our cute little coffee bar area, the microwave, we got our little dining room table, and then we got our kitchen. And then we hop into the hallway. Fun fact, our realtor got us this. She is a family friend, so she got us this for our new house. And then we come over here and we have the spare bedroom with all of my book collection. We got some nifty barn doors. And we got another barn door that leads to the bathroom, but it also conceals a full body mirror. And then we got our bathroom. It's got some cool wood ceilings. And And then lastly, we got the master bedroom, which is currently lacking a closet door, but we will get there. And I bought this nifty salt lamp. That is great. And I might actually get one for the, oh, I can't zoom in. I might get one for the classroom, but that is a tour of my new house. We do have a basement where the laundry is located, and I would show you. However, yesterday we decided to move everything around, so it's completely disheveled right now, so I'm not gonna show you. But I am gonna show you the garage and backyard. So you walk into the kitchen, and there's a little hallway here. This goes to the basement, but I'm not gonna show you that because again, it's disheveled. And then we got the garage, that's where our mail comes in, cute little mail slot. Just simple little garage. I also just built that shoe rack. It's the small things, ladies, it's the small things. And then this is our backyard. We decided we were also going to do another project. So there was all these rocks, and those were all right there. It actually stopped right about here. It was like 4 foot of rock. So we tore out all this grass, and we're gonna put a fire pit and pavers over here. So this is our next project that we decided to tackle since we have finished the laundry room project. So that is the official house tour of my new house. Hope you guys enjoyed the little tour. And yeah. So that is my house. I'm excited about it. It's my first house, and it's with my husband, so super excited. But yeah, anyway, moving back on to story time. We are currently reading Miranda's perspective. So that was Via, who is Augie's sister. That was her best friend in middle school. Now they're in high school and they're not that close anymore. And she's kind of starting to tell us why they're not close anymore. So, school. I hardly saw Via at school this year, and when I did, it was awkward. I felt like she was judging me. I knew she didn't like my new look. I knew she didn't like the group of friends. I didn't like her, but I didn't much like hers. We never actually argued. We just drifted away. Ella and I badmouthed her to each other. She's such a prude. She's so this, she's so that. We knew we were being mean, but it was easier to ice her out than to pretend she had just done something to us. The truth is, she hadn't changed at all. We had. We had become these other people, and she was still the same person she'd always been. That annoyed me so much, and I don't know why. Once in a while, I'd look to see where she was sitting in the lunchroom or check the electives list to see what she'd signed up for. But except for the few nods in the hallway and the occasional hello, we never really spoke to each other. I noticed Justin about the hallway through the school year. I hadn't noticed him at all before then, other than he was the skinny, cutish dude with the thick glasses and the longish hair who carried a violin everywhere. Then one day, I saw him in front of the school with his arm around Via. So Via has a boyfriend? I said to Ella, kind of mocking. I didn't know why it would surprise me that she'd have a boyfriend. Out of the three of us, she was totally the prettiest. Blue eyes and long, wavy, dark hair. But she never acted like she was interested in boys. She acted like she was too smart for that kind of stuff. I had a boyfriend too. A guy named Zach. When I told him I was choosing the theater elective, he shook his head and said, "Careful you don't turn into a drama geek." Not the most sympathetic dude in the world, but very cute. Very high up on the totem pole. A varsity jock. I wasn't planning on taking theater at first. Then I saw Via's name on the sign-up sheet, and I just wrote mine down on the list. I don't even know why. We managed to avoid one another throughout the semester, like we didn't know each other. Then one day I got to theater class a little early, and Davenport asked me to run off additional copies of the play he was planning on having us do, of the spring production, The Elephant Man. I'd heard about it, but I really didn't know much about it, so I started skimming through the pages while I was at the Xerox machine. And there was a man who lived more than 100 years ago named John Merrick, who was completely deformed. "We can't do this play, Mr. D," I told him when I got back to class, and I told him why. "My little brother has a birth defect and has a deformed face, and this play would hit too close to home." He seemed annoyed and a little unsympathetic, but I kind of said that my parents would have a real issue with the school doing this play. So anyway, he ended up switching it to our town. I think I went for the role of Emily Gibbs because I knew Via was going to go for it too. It never occurred to me that I beat her for the role. What I miss most. One of the things I miss the most about Via's friendship is her family. I loved her mom and dad. They were always so welcoming and nice to me. I knew they loved their kids more than anything. I always felt safe around them, safer than anywhere else in the world. How pathetic is that I felt safer at someone else's house than my own house, right? And of course, I loved Augie. I was never afraid of him, even when I was little. I had friends that couldn't believe I would go over to Via's house. "His face creeps me out," they'd say. "You're stupid," I'd tell them. Augie's face isn't that bad once you get used to it. I called Via's house once just to say hello to Augie, maybe hoping that Via would answer. I don't know. "Hey, Major Tom," I said, using his nickname. "Miranda!" He sounded so happy to hear my voice. It actually took me by surprise. "I'm going to regular school now," he told me excitedly. "Really? Wow," I said, totally shocked. I guess I never thought he'd go to regular school. His parents have always been so protective. I guess I thought he'd always be that little kid in the astronaut helmet I gave him. Talking to him, I could tell he had no idea Via and I weren't close anymore. "It's different in high school," I explained to him. "You end up hanging out with lots of different people." "I have some friends at my new school," he told me. "A kid named Jack and a girl named Summer." "That's awesome, Augie," I said. "Well, I was just calling to tell you I miss you, and I hope you're doing okay. Feel free to call me whenever you want, okay, Augie? You know I love you always." "Love you too, Miranda. Say hi to Via for me. Tell her I miss her." "I will. Bye." Bye. And that is where we're going to stop for today. But it's definitely interesting to see Miranda's perspective because Via doesn't really know any of the backstory. She just says Miranda's a different person, and that's really it. But Miranda's still watching out for Augie, which is super cool. It's not cool that she was lying. That's her brother. It was cool that she stepped forward with the teacher and said, "Hey, we shouldn't do this play." Because sometimes you do need to stand up to people, and it is okay to stand up to people, and yeah. So, hope you guys have a fabulous Tuesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.